Hi, Chris Kirk here at WildBlue with another weekly video tip. And this one is about whether or not you should be concerned with major damage history. It's a good question and one that we get often. As airplanes age, the probability that the airplane will have some form of damage history obviously increases. Some airplanes, damage history is the rule rather than the exception. But in any case, a black eye on an airplane's history almost always influences a buyer's decision. So let me give you three reasons or three rules that may help you navigate the damage history discussion. And number one is the further you get away from the damage event, the less effect it's going to have on the overall value. So I'll give you a couple of examples. Let's take a 2010 G36 Bonanza, and then we'll take a 72 A36, for example. Both had a gear-up landing within a year of being new. Which airplane on a percentage basis is going to be more affected? If you said the G36, then of course you're right. The second rule is that there is no such thing as being repaired better than new. Now that's really seller speak, which is trying to convince you to overlook the issue. The fact of the matter is that a damage event, and especially a major damage event, may have affected components or structures that either weren't inspected at the time or never inspected and haven't had the opportunity to prove themselves over time. The best gauge for how well a repair was performed is time and the shop's reputation that performed the repair. The third rule I have for you is thorough documentation is an absolute must. If aircraft records lack specificity over the repair, or they have no documentation at all, then move on to the next candidate. Some mechanics and owners have the misconception that a cursory logbook entry with very little detail in some way minimizes the effect of the damage. And actually, the exact opposite is true. A well-documented repair, no matter how insignificant the event may have been, should give you, the buyer, information and the peace of mind that you need to continue with the purchase. So damage history runs the gamut from very light and superficial, which affects the value very little, to major damage history that may affect the value up to 15% or more. And this is certainly one of those areas that it doesn't necessarily need to scare you away, but that you're going to need to investigate thoroughly before you write the check. Questions or comments? Shoot me an email, chris@flywildblue.com. Thanks for watching.